Yo, what up, everybody? What up, what up, what up? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Targeted individuals. I need you to understand how peculiar and rare you are. I need you to be on point. I need you to know that everybody around you don't have your best interests at heart. But I also want you to be motivated and understanding your greatness and what you can actually accomplish, although you got all odds stacked up against you. So it seems, right? And for those who are unfamiliar with this term I'm using, targeted individuals, I'm simply speaking about individuals who are victims of gang stalking, organized mobbing, neighborhood watch. It could be workplace mobbing. It could be internet mobbing. People who have been through smear campaigns, slander, rumors and innuendos. People who have been bullied, harassed, watched by various agencies because of certain things they may know, whether it be something religious, political, or just something social. And this is really, this is very real because it happens every day when you really look at it. But anyway, speaking of targeted individuals, I gotta let you know that everybody around you, a lot of people around you, just simply cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. Let me put this out here. Let me let this be known, right off the break. There's some people out there who really are energy vampires. There's people out here who truly, hear me out when I tell you this, they use your kindness as ammunition. There's certain people that are placed in your life, you know what I'm saying, that can definitely use your empathy, your compassion as utter ammunition, where they literally begin to hate you even more because you're compassionate with them, because you're gracious with them, because you're nice to them, because you help them in various ways. It's people who hate that. Understand me when I tell you this. Hold on, let's get some movement done, because I need y'all to really get some motion moving, right? Listen, there's people that hate the fact that you're empathetic and compassionate. You know why? Because that's very rare. For you to genuinely want the best for people. For you to genuinely not be a hater. For you to truly want to see people win. Now, that don't mean that people are allowed to be pushed. That don't mean that you're a pushover and people are allowed to take what's yours. That doesn't mean people can bully you. It doesn't mean none of that. But the fact that you want to see people win, people are envious of that. Just that alone. And it's like, you got to understand that a lot of people that you have opened your heart up to, you can't really trust these individuals. Now, the Bible says that you will be a royal priesthood, a peculiar people. Also says many are called, but only few are chosen. Looks a little bit dark here. Y'all make sure y'all pound the like button on the way in. And we just warming up. And there's a lot of people rolling in the building. Y'all help drive the algorithm because this is an important message. This is an important message for those who feel like the weight of the world is on their shoulders because it seems like certain doors of opportunity are being closed on you. You know, everywhere you go, you get mean mugs and cold stares, and you can't quite figure out what's the meaning of all this. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the world has went dark. The world, as you know it, is turned evil. Very unrighteous place we're dwelling in. And it's a dog eat dog type of world where everybody's desperate. Everybody's desperate, desperate for validation, attention. A lot of people are feeding off the energy of the righteous. And a lot of people have a disdain for you, brothers and sisters, because you're rare. Because you're not in the crowd mixing with the gossip. You may be at your workplace and you're not that person who is speaking any negativity against anybody. But for some reason, your name is all through the workplace. Your name is all through these streets. And you're not out here sinning. You're not out here living wicked. You keeping God's laws. Listen, this is all part of the test. This is all part of the test. This is supposed to happen. This is what you've been built for. And what you must realize is the Lord doesn't want you to be so trustworthy with people. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. Envy can rise up in the hearts of anybody. And I mean anybody. Floridian Rollo, thank you for the support. I appreciate the support, brother. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Floridian Rollo as well. Now, envy can rise up in the hearts of anybody. You got to understand, the first sin was envy. And that came from Beelzebub himself, Lucifer himself. He was envy. He was envious of the Most High. He wanted to be like the Most High. Targeted individuals. You got to understand why you've been targeted. It's envy. People want to be like you. They don't want to be you because they don't want to go through the pain, the perseverance. They don't want to go through they don't want to go through the backlash that you go through. But nonetheless, they want to be you without going through what you've been through to get where you've gotten. And that's the issue. And a lot of these people will take advantage of your kindness. And then when they find out that you are not a weak being, you're not a weak person at all. Targeted individuals are not weak people. In order to be in this program where people are constantly harassing, watching, stalking, pricking and prodding at, trying to manipulate situations, giving you a hard time for no apparent reason. The reason why this is happening is because they want to actually weed you out. But this is what they do. When they find out you're not weak, then they gaslight and play victim. And this is what you got to look out for. You have people out there that'll take advantage of your kindness. And then when they find out you're not the one to play with, then they want to play victim. This is what they do. This is exactly how they carry on. And you got to be careful of this because these people are often very manipulative and they can fool the public. They can fool people around you and make you look like a bad person when really you just defending your honor. You defending your name or because, a lot of targeted individuals get lied on. A lot of targeted individuals get slandered quite often. So, these are the things you got to look out for. I think I found a more comfortable spot to build with y'all. Yeah. Absolutely. Somebody said it happens to me all the time. They always playing victim. Absolutely. And you can't trust those people. And ladies and gentlemen, I got to let y'all know. I don't know who this message is for, but people are not allowed to just hurt you and come in and out of your life without even your wounds healing. You know what I'm saying? They're not allowed to just take advantage of you. They're not allowed to play around with you and come in and out of your life. You can't trust those type of people. When I tell you they have absolutely no sympathy for what they've done to you, they sleep well at night knowing that they hurt you. You got certain people out there who absolutely hate your guts. They hate everything about you. They don't want to see you succeed in life. They want to see you suffering and they want to see you struggling. There's people who get off when they know that you've taken a loss. when they know that you're hurting in some way, when they know you're struggling with a situation, when they know you're going through pain. Like literally, people prey on your downfall. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why you got so many onlookers, whether you on social media, you posting online or whatever the case is. It's a reason why on your Instagram, your Twitter, or whatever the case is, they're watching, but nobody's responding. When you go look at your feeds, you see people viewing, but you don't see nobody liking, you don't see nobody comment. Ladies and gentlemen, this world has been given over to the hands of the evil. These people, all those people who are watching, it be your own family. You cannot trust them. They're literally watching you like a wolf will watch a sheep. That's what's happening. They're watching you like a wolf will watch a sheep. And this is happening all over the world right now. Everybody's aligning themselves to how they're going to maneuver when things get real crazy out here. And you got to understand, it be your own people, bro. It be the people you like, yo, that's my day one. That's my brother. That's my, that's my Ak right there. Or that's my sister right there. That's somebody, you know what I'm saying, that I hold near and dear. It'll be the people you hold it near and dear. But they watching for what? To wait for their time. They're literally watching to wait for the perfect time to attack, or they're watching to see a downfall. There's no other way to explain why these people are watching you from a distance. What is the unhealthy obsession? What is it? They're not commenting, not liking. What is it? They look at you as a threat. And there's a lot of you all who are a threat because you challenge their perception, you challenge their everyday goings. And there's times that you just got to really clean house. For every season, man, I'm a firm believer that you got to clean house, that you got to start cutting people off that ain't serving your purpose. You got to cut people off who are not helping you with your mission in life. If they're not in the same vein of what you're doing, pretty much, if they're not flowing with you and y'all not bettering each other, you need to get that person out of your life. Like it's too late in the game to really be playing around with people who aren't really helping you succeed in life. They're not helping you make it to the next level. Y'all don't have no time for that. You already have the world against you. You got everything against you. Why? Because you choose to serve the Most High. So you already are outnumbered. You're outnumbered by all these demons and meat suits, NPCs. Now imagine being outnumbered, going certain places, not getting the service you deserve, just dealing with people in general who don't even know that they're being used. We talking about people who getting hacked by spirits and demons all the time because they're not serving a creator. Imagine dealing with people on an everyday basis and you got people in your inner circle that you can't trust. Like that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for destruction. Like there ain't no way you're going to make it to your full potential or serve the purpose that the Almighty gave you if you're afraid to cut people off. Sometimes you got to hurt people's feelings. I said sometimes you got to hurt people's feelings. And we're such empathetic, compassionate people, not understanding that we're also developing and growing constantly. Targeted individuals, people who have went against everything are constantly evolving. So it may be people in your life at that moment, at that season, in that current juncture that was on the level you were on. And then you realize that that person ain't on the level you on anymore. And as crucial as it can be, sometimes you just gotta let it go. Even if you hurt that person, sometimes you have to hurt people. Sometimes you have to move on because that person is not going where you're going. The Lord himself can tell you. In a dream, he can send an angel and tell you, listen, that person right there is not evolving to the level that you're evolving. They cannot go where you're going. It's an impossibility. You're trying to force something that don't fit. And listen, the Lord can tell you, the angels can tell you, and some of y'all still still to this day will go back to that person, go back to that scenario, go back to that situation. And you're really breaking the biblical law when it tells you, if you love mother, father, sister, brother more than me, ye are not worthy of me. If you love anybody more than the Most High, you're not worthy. Do you understand that it's very difficult to follow the narrow path? It's not easy, not even by a long shot. For the person who keeps asking me the same question in the chat, if I have a moderator in the building, I believe Floyd D and Rollo's in the house, could you put that sister on timeout? That's called spam. That's called spam when you keep asking the same thing over and over. And I've seen it each time you ask me. That's not going to get your question answered. It's going to get you timed out. But they take advantage of your kindness, man. And then when you respond, they gaslight. But as I was saying, before that person kept spamming, because that's distracting when somebody asks the same questions. Like I see the comment section. I see everything everybody's saying. I literally be reading and talking at the same time a lot. I'm a professional at this. If I wanted to answer your question, I'd have answered it the first time I seen it. The person, for the moderator, the person asked, she kept asking, how do you overcome oppression? She asked it like 6 times in the chat. When this whole topic is about overcoming oppression. A lot of times the oppression be yourself. A lot of time because you want to keep the wrong people in your life, you're being oppressed. Listen, I can promise you, if you get these average ass, weak ass people out of your life, you won't be oppressed no more. If you get people around you who is iron sharpening iron, and you're not dealing with toxicity of energy vampires, your oppression will go away. Now, there's levels to oppression. And the levels to oppression is you could be self-inflicting your oppression, or there's oppression when it comes to things such as, an example would be, you may get passed up on a job. Why? Because you've been targeted. That's oppression too. But it's also the Most High protecting you. So everything ain't meant for targeted individuals. Everybody ain't meant for God's chosen people. Sometimes you want to open a door that the Lord don't want you to open. Why? Because he's protecting you. And you may even get frustrated like, yo, why I couldn't get that job? Or why I couldn't get into this situation? Why I couldn't get into that relationship? What is stopping me from getting into this or that? It's the Most High himself. And see, it may be people in the program working against you, but at the same time, the Lord is protecting you. See, even Satan get used to do God's will. I said even Satan get used to do God's will. Do you understand me? So listen, the Bible tells us everything that happened on the face of this earth is for the greater good of those who was chosen. If y'all know that scripture, post it. I'll repeat it again. Everything that happened on this planet is for the greater good of those who are chosen. So things may seem a certain way. Brothers and sisters, things may seem a certain way. And I'm answering the person's question now, but don't spam again. Things may seem a certain way, but I'm going to tell you this right now. If you continue keeping his laws, if you continue to live righteous, to make the right decisions, to do what's right, and no sinning, being around the right people who make you a better version of yourself, then I can tell you right now, at the end of all this, you're gonna rise through obscurity. You're gonna rise to the top. You're gonna be vindicated. You're gonna be vindicated through what you've been through. But you gotta take heed to sound wisdom when it's being given to you. Right now, you're getting sound wisdom. Get those people out of your life who ain't for you. You cannot trust them. You can't trust anybody who tries to come in and out of your life doing you wrong with no apologies. You can't trust people like that. You can't trust anybody who will gaslight you and play victim. And you can't trust nobody who never admits when they're wrong. That's another thing. Anybody who can't admit when they've done something wrong, don't trust that person. Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him. We need King James Version. Who have been called according to his purpose. But that's what it says. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that you stop opening your heart for everybody. Some of you all are parents out there. And your children, they running all over you. Why? Because you may have made some mistakes in the past. You may have not been a perfect parent. You've apologized. You've asked for their forgiveness. You asked the Lord for the forgiveness. But these children they're growing up and they're still using your mistakes against you. And you done paid time after time, year after year. Like, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You need to let it go. Cast down all imaginations. Be renewed in your mind. You can't control what some grown-ass kids are doing. Once they reach a certain age, their decisions are their decisions. There's no reason why some of you women and men are in oppression based on something with your children. If you've been truly apologetic, if you've been righteous, now some things are some things. Some things you could do to somebody, they're not gonna turn back. It is what it is. But some of y'all out there, I don't even know who this message is for. I'm just speaking as the Holy Spirit moves me. As somebody watching who being oppressed. Some people are evil on purpose. Some people are just downright evil on purpose. I'm telling you. Let's get some more leg work in. I need you targeted individuals to understand how rare you are. See, a lot of people don't think like we think. A lot of people are not compassionate in this day and age. And a lot of people don't care to do the right thing. They're opportunists. There's a lot of opportunists out there who really just want to get you out of your pivot, knock you off your game, knock you off your square and your purpose. Now, what are some telltale signs you can't trust somebody? When they're not actually supporting what you're doing. When they're not standing 10 toes down with what you're doing. And you know that what you're doing is righteous. See, some of y'all trying to unplug from them streets. You trying to get away from certain people in your life. You're trying with all that's in you. Some of your homeboys, your day ones, they're not really supportive of what you're doing. Imagine that. You out here trying to get a gig, get off them streets, clean yourself up, stop whoremongering, stop selling drugs, and you're just trying to straighten up and fly right. But for some reason, you getting met with a lot of resistance from people who's supposed to have love for you. How is it they can watch all these people around your circle dying on these streets, being incarcerated? How is it they can sit there and watch all of our friends, associates, and colleagues going on a downward spiral, and they see that you just want to escape? start a family, build a business that's legit. And still, nonetheless, they not happy to see that happen. And you can feel the energy when you dapping these people up. You can feel the energy in the handshake. It's a lot of Judases out there. A lot of Judases. And it's so bad, man, that the hate and the envy be so bad. It'd be like, yo, you're gonna die before you get out of this. It's like they gonna set you up. It's like, yo, I don't wanna see you get out of this life. Because what does that mean for me? What does that mean for me? Where does that leave me? This is how people think, bro. They really think like this. They feel like when you leave the streets, that their life is over. And they gotta take you out to steal your energy so they can live on. I mean, literally, it's people out here trying to take your soul, man. They literally trying to take your soul. And it's a real sick scenario, man. It's a bad situation. These damn parasites and people who have traveled down the road less traveled, people who giving themselves up to the Most High, you can't be having one foot in and one foot out. Listen, I don't care what you got planned for your life. I don't care. And it don't matter what your age is. If you believe that you can have one foot in and one foot out, the Most High, he'll take you out like that. All of your dreams and ambitions that you thought you can have because you didn't got this newfound knowledge, but you still want to play both sides. At any given time, you got to understand, you living on borrowed time. At any given time, that day can be your last day. You got to understand, when you living in sin, when you doing something wicked, any day you can go. Every day is a blessing that you get a chance. That's what you need to understand about life. Some of us, listen, we got to think about, where would I go if I was to die right now? That's the mentality you got to have. And I'm not telling you to be fearful, but that thought should cross your mind frequently. Where would I go? Based on how I'm living. Am I in good standings at the moment? Am I doing what I need to do? Or am I giving too much energy to wicked people and it's corrupting good manner? You got to really ask yourself that. Because it's time for a lot of us to just straighten up and fly right, man, because you can't trust these people, man. These people are savages. They're ravening wolves. They're out here trying to devour y'all souls, man. I don't give a damn who it is. It'll be your own mama. Your own mama be trying to take you out. Life insurance policies have had these people pulling the plug on you. You'll find out who is who. You'll find out who is who real quick when it's a dire situation. Some of y'all walking around green as a damn greenhouse. Y'all running around oblivious while the devil extra busy. The devil extra busy. And I'm gonna tell you, the 2/3, the wicked people, they're tired of just battling with each other, feeding off each other's energy. That's easy. Nah, they looking for y'all. They looking for you righteous ones. Some of you brothers out here, y'all better look out for the lady in red. Y'all better look out for the damn succubus and the damn Jezebel. Oh, you better look out for her. In the Matrix movie, that lady in red was very, very, and a very, very important part of that movie. That lady in red that's here to entice you brothers. You think she don't want your energy? This is why, fellas, we gotta be disciplined. Put away the damn corn addiction. Because you're opening up portals for the succubus. You're opening up portals for the Jezebel. Why? Because there's a spirit of familiarity on some of you brothers because you watching certain material online. And now you can't function properly. And now the women who are wicked can see their energy on you. They see the weakness. I'm telling you. Somebody said, yes, they are searching looking and already watching, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Targeted individuals. Let me break this down to you. I don't think you realize how much of a impact that you actually having on people around you, because you wake up with yourself every day. You see yourself. A lot of times we tend to see our flaws, and we're our toughest critic, and we see what we can work on and what we can improve. But I don't think you know how far a lot of you all are elevating, and how when you enter a room, it's just a rarity to you. It's a uniqueness. And I'm not talking about like some of these damn, these people who push these chosen one videos. No, it's not like that. See, when you have a very, very strong spirit and you're connected with the Most High, that's the Lord in you. And your presence alone is challenging people. That's what it is. That's the origin of it. And the reason why your presence is actually challenging people is because you're with the Most High. It actually changed you. If you read the book of Proverbs, it talks about the metamorphosis that you would go through. Things are different at that point. And people can see it. And they're threatened by it. It's not all good things. Some of you all were waking up and the demons seen the light on you before you seen it. Before you even knew. Before you knew the Most High, before you were waking up, they seen it. Somebody said, me as a woman is nothing but demon food. What does that even mean? Somebody said, this is very true. Absolutely. Somebody said, look like a nice walk. Absolutely. It's good to get that daily walk in. And the weather's starting to break out here. Somebody said, I find those even who aren't strong with God, who are happy with themselves, tend to be all right with you. Let me read that again. I find those who aren't strong with God. Listen, there's no people out here who are not strong with God, who happy with themselves. That's a facade. That's an oxymoron, what you just said. It ain't no being happy with yourself if you don't have a relationship with the Creator. And a person who is allegedly happy with themselves with no relationship with the Creator, that's a person who's putting on a front. That's a person who's putting on a front. Let me explain something. See, this is why I'm glad I'm making this topic here, because this is something that we be missing right here. You can't do nothing without the Creator. None of us. So when I talk about targeted individuals or chosen ones or this or that, you got to put your own self out of the way. Without the Most High, you ain't nothing. And those who seem to be happy, they're going to have a rude awakening when they find out that they nothing without the Most High. It's going to be a very rude awakening. So you need to understand that. Don't fall for that. Somebody can appear to be happy all they want. Look, some of these witches seem happy. Listen, the Jezebels you see on TV, your Ice Spice, your Cardi B's and all them, they got their tongue all out, mocking the Lord. They seem to be happy. They seem to be living their greatest lives. They're not happy. None of them are happy. None of these celebrities are happy. And they living great. They delusional as hell. Yep, even though they rich, they poor, blind, and naked. Everybody get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video. We should have had well over 1,000 in the house already. You know how they be playing over here. Somebody said, and you're supposed to be a demon repellent, not demon food. Facts. But see, and that's a great comment actually, because A lot of targeted individuals, a lot of targeted individuals, chosen ones, God's people, the very few. You know, sometimes we can be food out here. We could be a whole plate when we opening our hearts to everybody. When we falling short of the glory. You know what I'm saying? We could be a whole plate out here, just giving the wrong people our energy, allowing people to just feed off of you, but they don't reciprocate nothing. There's a lot of people out here who won't reciprocate the same energy you giving them. Y'all got to get those people out of your life. Cut them off. You know, I'm big on just blocking, deleting people when the Most High tells me to. And it is what it is. Fellas, I would tell you this too. If a woman is not taking your direction, she's not, if you find yourself literally repeating yourself with a woman about things that should be simple, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with that woman. Let her go. Let me explain something about divorce real quick. Since we go in here, since we talking about cutting people off, let me explain something about divorce. Because one day I'm gonna do a whole lesson on this, because through theology, particularly within the Israelite community and even the Christian church, within the Christian church, the women do the divorces most of the time. It should be the other way around. Back in biblical days, men was putting women away. They was putting them away. Why? Because if they seen some uncleanliness in them, if they couldn't follow direction, if something wasn't right, wasn't adding up, or they were practicing fornication, which is a woman dealing with other gods and other deities, she's celebrating Christmas and all of this and all of that. These men were writing up bills of divorce. They will write it up, boom, hand it to that woman that was that. Brothers wasn't playing no games with these women. Now, of course, there was a limit to it because it was happening so much where the brothers' hearts turned hardened. And it is what it is. But in this day and age, we refuse to leave a woman alone because we don't want to hurt their feelings, even though you don't see a future with that woman, because that woman's she's just not on your level. She's not, following your directives or whatever the case is, or not any support to you. Like, if that's the case, you got to let them go. Some women, some people in general, you got, ladies too. Listen, being unequally yoked with a person is a real bad thing. I don't know how we got on this subject, but you can't be wasting your time with somebody you ain't gonna be with, straight up. It goes down like this. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off. Either you're gonna spend the next rest of your life with a person, or you're gonna let them go. See, the goal is to keep yourself chaste, modest, stay abstinent, be celibate until that right person comes along. That way you've already had the discernment and everything needed to really, court that person the right way and things of that nature. But it just so happens in this day and age, we're not in a culture that we used to be in, where, you meet the father and it was a whole ceremony. It was a ceremonial procedure and it was done a certain way. It's not like that no more. So brothers be making mistakes out here, whether it be out of loneliness, vulnerability, not being disciplined. Sisters too, they make mistakes out here. But that's something you got to really forgive. You got to pray and repent and just stop making the same mistakes. Make your next move your best move. You understand? You got to make your next move your best move, because you don't want to be a person who out here practicing serial divorce or serial monogamy, or, you don't want to be that person. And it ain't easy to be letting people go. But some of y'all got people in your life right now. It's something there that it just, the relationship ain't right. It's not right. It's like it'd be the Lord himself telling you, something is wrong with this relationship. You need to let it go. And y'all just be holding on all the way until you F your whole life up. That's not what you want. It's not what you want. I don't know who that message is for, but it's for somebody. Real talk. I'm just telling you what I know. Let me see. Somebody said, I know Heidi, this is where I'm from. All my fam is here. It's hard and it sucks. You all and all survival, vigilance, and must put God first. Absolutely. Yep. So, yeah, they want to restrict your brother from reaching 1,000 people in the chat. Somebody said, New Breed, how are you? I'm good. What's up, King C3? Somebody said, not gonna lie, I've been messing up lately, and legit what you saying I needed to hear bad. Well, I hope you you know, get on the right track. It's time to clean up house and do what you need to do. Somebody said, that's none of your business who's hurting you to say I'm not getting up. I don't know what this person is texting. Just got off work. What is going on? What's up with y'all? What's up? I see y'all joining late. Y'all gonna have to catch this on playback. I just wanted to come through with this message for all of the Most High's real chosen ones, aka targeted individuals, aka the elected. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I got more content coming. I don't know why. It's a habit saying turn the notifications on. That really doesn't matter on this platform. All you could do is periodically come over here and check the channel, really. That's really all it boils down to. But if you like to support my work, support me at New Breed Global Truth 77. That's the Cash App. You can also support me on newbreed.love as well and get yourself some love notes, help stimulate the economy of our people. I got more work coming. Thank y'all. I want y'all to have a blessed one. With that being said, shalom and peace.